What's up? It's Firago here, checking out another amp demo. So I put an order about 6 months ago, and sure enough, showed up on my doorstep. Rockitt Retro RR50. This is a 1968 50-watt Marshall PLEXI replica of Plexica, as Kevin likes to call it. I should quickly point out, I'm not affiliated with him whatsoever. I just heard glowing reviews about his products and decided to pull the trigger. So, what is it? It's a 1968 Marshall PLEXI. He uses all period correct components to my knowledge, and I've never played a 1968 Marshall PLEXI, but it seems like it is a Marshall PLEXI. So right now I'm running into the one bright channel. If you watch any of Pete Thorne's demos of his old Marshalls, you'll know that the presence control, similar like a Mesa Boogie, actually kind of acts as like a additional gain control. So right now I'm running the presence pretty hot, about 7.5. I got the bass down about 2.5 just to keep it a little bit tighter. I got the mids mostly cranked, about 9. The treble's sitting about 6.5. And then I got volume 1 dimed, and as you can tell, I mean, that's just a super crunchy classic tone. Switch to the neck pickup just to give you a taste of, you know, like what a neck pickup might sound like on this. One thing about these amps is they're incredibly touch sensitive. So keep in mind, I've got it dimed. Just rolling back on the volume. It's not clean, but that's about as clean as I play. And I mean, to me, that's just about perfect. If I was to play this live, I probably wouldn't run it dimed. I'd probably run it back about 6.5. So and then if I roll back on that, listen to that. That's insane. And that's clean. So as you can tell, it's just an incredibly touch-sensitive amplifier. I'm a huge Chili Peppers fan, so I'd be remiss if I didn't. Now to the neck pickup. So this has been all on the main bright channel. A lot of people say PLEXI's number 2 channel is basically useless because it's too dark and woolly. I somewhat disagree. It's not something I would gig, but it is very cool in its own right, especially like for like sludge and like kind of doom, stoner, Sabbath metal. Like, so check it out. Switching over to the 2 channel. If I dime it, very dark, very fuzzy. I mean, I have a tendency to want to just kind of dime the treble and the presence. But to me, that's Sabbath kind of all day. Now, I haven't thrown any pedals at it. I'm going to throw a couple things at it just because that's how all our heroes did it. I mean, I've just been running straight into the amp so far, but let's throw a tube screamer at it. I've got it in the classic setting, just presence, or tone dimed, level dimed, no gain. And on the 2 channel, just keep in mind with it. You know, not a tone that I would gig with. It's not versatile enough, but in the studio or just as like a cool tone to mess around on, that's pretty killer to me. The other thing I'll throw at it is a Klon. It's the Archer by JRockett. Just a little brighter. So, again, not something that you would use every day, but to me, that is a freaking sick tone. And then lastly, what I want to just show here is, I think my favorite setting, which is the 2 channels bridged. So this is kind of the classic setting. And bridging the 2 channel in just kind of gives it a little more of that girth that you really want. And I don't know, it just kind of gives it that thing. And then again, just to toss a tube screamer at it, just because that's what most people probably do with these. It's just killer. So yeah, all in all, I mean, the PLEXI just cannot be beat. It is a classic circuit for a reason, and all of our heroes used it for a reason. It's not a forgiving circuit, as you could hear there. It doesn't have the sustain that we're used to with modern high gain amplifiers. It's not going to put a blanket over your playing like if you just have a fuzz pedal on. It's going to illuminate it, but it's going to make you play better in an absolutely phenomenal way. And especially if you're a recording guitarist like me, that tone just can't be, it can't be simulated. I have all the UAD plugs. I've got a Marshall DSL right below it, which does, I love the DSL. I love it to death, but those tones are just things that have to be done with volume and tubes and a power transformer getting pushed to its limit and getting that sag and that push and pull of the power section. So I can't recommend Kevin's products enough. Again, I'm not affiliated with him at all, but do check out Rockitt Retro. Check out his PLEXI replicas. Be prepared to wait a little bit. He hand wires them all, and I think he's got a pretty long waiting list at this point, but totally worth it if you ask me. That being said, if you dug this, check out the channel. I've got other amp reviews. I've got a whole bunch of original tunes. I've got cover tunes, all sorts of stuff. So until next time, Firago, peace.